Hello everyone, my name is Leo, and today we are going to be comparing the Mesh Smooth and Turbo Mesh modifiers within 3ds Max. Without further ado, let's get stuck into it. So to best compare the two tools, I've created a couple of boxes so that way we can show the differences between the two tools. So first off, we're going to click on this box over here. See, I've segmented it into 10 different segments per width, length and height. I'll show that with the edge faces now. And going to go to modifiers list. I'm going to select Mesh Smooth. Now, as you can see, it's actually radius the edges already just by doing that. It's currently on the NURM subdivision method, but you can experiment with it with classical, which is a little finer again. And then there's also quad outputs as well, which is a little more blocky. NURM seems to be the more smoother output. And to further experiment with the actual radiusing itself, you can go over here to the iterations under subdivision mount. I'll show you in a sec. So with the iterations, it'll increase the number of subdivision. Now just bear in mind, you don't want any more than 3, especially if you're working in the classic subdivision method, because if you can see, the subdivision has multiplied a great deal. So any more than that and your computer is more prone to crash based on the amount of density of the grid that's on the actual object itself. So just bear that in mind. Click on the Mesh Smooth itself and we can actually play around with the vertices to give vertices, either the vertices or even better yet the edge itself, to get more give more freedom of modification. So say I want to grab those, pull them out. See, there's a smoother transition already, rather than how you would usually go about doing this sort of modification. And that's the benefit of the Mesh Smooth tool. It allows you to do this sort of modification. Let's experiment with the Turbo Smooth function. So the Turbo Smooth function, you can see, is already in the NURMS functionality of mesh smoothness. And unfortunately, with the Turbo Smooth, is that it only has that sort of manipulation. It doesn't have the sort of manipulation where you can click and it reveal that the vertex or edge modification like we have over here with the Mesh Smooth function. So to compare both methods, Turbo Smooth is good for quick and for quick generation, but is not ideal for any sort of manipulation, whilst the Mesh Smooth function gives more freedom to conduct that sort of manipulation of edges and vertex, but is a little bit slower. And that's those two functions explored. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.